So we had some great property results last week for TOOP and TOOP, but now it's time, Dom, for the hot seat questions. I believe this is round 2 for you. So, are you ready?
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Okay, so which South Australian suburb would be your ideal one to buy a property in?
Well, Summerton Park. We live there at the moment, and just summertime is just beautiful down there. It's pretty quiet, and the beach life is really good. So. Yeah. I'm pretty content there, but if it was to be around the city, I think Toorak Gardens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
best South Australian vineyard?
Well, I'd have to probably say Batunga Vineyard, which is...
I was going to correct you if you didn't.
Yeah, that's right. Which is obviously your mum and dad's property, and we got married. I married my wife on the property, so yeah, it's stunning, and obviously not many people get exposed to it, but yeah, it's brilliant.
Lovely. And which performer would you love to see come to Adelaide this year?
That's an interesting question. I always love seeing Metallica. Yeah, so they bring plenty of energy to their shows.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah. And what would you prefer to live in, a brand new home or a classic character villa?
It was interesting. We've just built and moved in a couple of years ago, and now that we've done that, I think we like the character homes better. So. Yeah, look, I think Adelaide's just blessed with such stunning character homes that were built, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and if you can get your hands on the right property, there's just some beautiful ones around. So I'd have to say the classic character home.
As long as there's not too much maintenance.
Exactly like right. Yeah.
And do you prefer the Adelaide Hills or the Adelaide Beaches?
I'd say the beaches, but in saying that, I do love the Adelaide Hills. Around Stirling and. We quite often go up there for lunch, and I guess we're lucky in Adelaide as well. It's probably 20 minutes, half an hour you can be at the beach, and then half an hour later you're in the hills, and
yeah, definitely.
You've got the best of both worlds.
And where do you think Port Power and the Crows will finish on the ladder?
Well, as long as we finish above them, it doesn't really matter. But look, I think you'll need to win about 12 or 13 games for the year to make the 8. We're sitting on 6 at the halfway point, so we're every chance of pushing to get in the 8. As for the Crows, they had such an outstanding year last year, and they set themselves some pretty high standards. But they've got some key players that if they get going, they can beat anyone. So, like I said, as long as we finish on top of them, that's all that matters.
Exactly. And why should tourists come to Adelaide?
Yeah, look, I think we've got a great restaurant scene in the city, and I think like I mentioned before, the beach. We've got the hills, which is only half an hour away from the beach. So the wineries. We've got so many things you can do as a visitor coming to South Australia. So I think it's a great place to come and visit, and it's not a lot of people come here, which is a good thing because we have it to ourselves a bit.
Exactly. Yeah. And finally, finish this sentence. I'm proud to be South Australian because.
I think because of the general lifestyle. I love the fact of, you can do anything whenever. We're not like Sydney and Melbourne where you got to pay to get on the toll roads. It's expensive to find parking to go out for dinner, and you got to book before you go out for dinner. Like Adelaide, I think we're pretty blessed that we can pretty much do things at the drop of a hat. It's an easy lifestyle, and now with young kids, I think it's a great place to bring them up as well.
Now let's go behind the blinds.